Today's money talk, finances, retirement planning, elder care, probably not the topics you plan to discuss when you're passing the turkey and gravy on Thanksgiving. But if your adult children will be around for a few days over the Thanksgiving holiday, you may want to consider making a date to talk about these important topics. Financial professional Mark Goldstein from Safe Money Alliance is here to give us some ideas on where to begin this conversation and what should be covered. Now, a lot of people may not have this in their Thanksgiving plans, but
really,
you may want to, right? Because this is a great opportunity to do this.
Not with the Guadarrama family.
Not with the Guadarrama family. No.
Interesting.
But I guess we should get this over on Thanksgiving and not wait till Christmas, right?
Well, Thanksgiving, any time, it's considered taboo.
Right.
Talking about money. My family always did. My parents usually arguing,
explains,
there was never enough, so they...
Maybe how you got into your line of work, right?
Maybe so. But, people ask, well, what's the right time? People are, for whatever reason, there's a lot of different reasons. It's an emotional issue, and, people don't like talking about money, maybe because they don't want to be judged.
Of course. But it really is a family issue, wouldn't you say? It kind of takes coming together and putting their minds together.
They need to do it as quickly as possible, I would say. And the reason, here I say this, okay, if you have a problem with talking about money, my three words, my best advice: get over it now, and do it, discuss it. There's a list of topics to discuss on my website. If you go to safemoneyalliance.net, there's a tab all the way to the right, resources. I've got information. There's e-books, there's articles on topics to discuss. But I break it down into 4 general categories. There's legal is number 1. Number 2 would be health care. Number 3, income and expenses. Number 4 would be financial records. So legal would be the estate plan. And that would be, I break it down to players and paper. Players, the people, and the documents. And the players are the executor of the estate, the beneficiaries that are designated, that would be the loved ones, and then there's the powers of attorney, and the professional team, the accountant, the financial planner, the estate planning attorney. The paper, the documents would be the will, power of attorney for health care, power of attorney, durable power of attorney for legal, and financial matters, and the living will. The living will would be like for end-of-life decisions, typically when somebody's terminally ill. But the estate plan, primarily, there's, people need to really focus on those areas, and you got to call in the professionals, the financial professional, the estate planning attorney,
those resources.
Know who they are, and share all this information with the family, and and they should have some kind of intervention beforehand, and make sure everybody's on the same page and they've got a game plan in mind.
Absolutely. Now, of course, these are topics, like end of life discussions. These are things you don't really want to talk about. It's a hard topic to especially with aging parents and whatnot. Where do you begin? Where do you start? What's that first step, and who should take it?
Yeah, well, there's when you talk about health care, aside from Medicare, the 800-pound gorilla in the room, that's a real good question. I would start with that. Long-term care. Long-term care is an issue that people don't want to discuss. I do these financial seminars at a very nice restaurant in Las Cruces once a month, and we'll have about 35, 40 people, and I'll ask, show of hands, how many of you have long-term care insurance? 3 to 4 people. That's pretty consistent with the general population. About 10% of the population has it. And statistically, if you're 65 or older, there's a 70% chance you'll need it. Now, it may not be nursing home. It could be assisted living, home health care, but you're going to need it, and it's expensive. And, if you're in a nursing home, then there's a, 1 in 5 chance you're going to be there for over 5 years. It's expensive.
Of course.
People say they can't afford the premiums for long-term care insurance. Well, if you can't afford the premiums, how are you going to afford the care? Like in Texas, the cost on average is $5,000 a month. And that's not bad. That's $60,000 a year for long-term care. In Florida, it's $7,500 a month. In California, it's over $8,000 a month. In New York, it's over $10,000 a month, $125,000 a year. But there are products, fortunately, for there are hybrid products, life insurance products, where it doesn't really cost you anything. You can accelerate the death.
Usually, though, education. We're out of time.
Oh,
we're out of time.
Wow.
But yeah, but definitely the thing here is address the elephant in the room. Start there, and then everything else will just be a breeze.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you in the next hour. Okay, Mark?
You got it.
We'll be back after the break. Stay with us.